All right, check this out. We've got this 2001 Volkswagen Beetle. It's got a check engine light with a crank sensor code. It's got the 2.0 liter naturally aspirated engine. Let's get into it. This video is sponsored by Bosscom. They sent me this scan tool, so we're gonna use this to diagnose the problem. For the full review on this scan tool, you can check the link in the description. Go into VW. Go into engine codes, read DTCs. So these are the codes that we normally have, is the P0322 and P0321. That's the engine speed codes. Those are the ones we're working with today. So let's get out of here. Now the symptoms we have, once in a while there's a hiccup when you're driving down the road, and then also I've had an extended crank intermittently. But we haven't had any stalling issues, which is good, but sometimes the engine speed sensor can lead to stalling issues. So read by list, engine speed. And we can see the engine speed right now. That looks about accurate. I'm just going to increase it slowly. I wonder if I can graph it. FN button. Where's the FN? Okay. Let's try that. FN. Okay. That's really cool. So you can graph it. This is very helpful when you're trying to diagnose sensors so that you can see if there's a blip. You can see. Yeah, see, so if that was tighter, I made that happen, but if you had a spike or a dip, then you know there's the sensor's cutting out. And you can go to the sensor and give it a wiggle, give any of the wires a wiggle, maybe there's a connection issue. So, that's really cool. Alright, let's escape out of there. Alright, underneath there's a panel right here. You want to take that panel off. Just a couple of screws on the side. This vehicle, it's missing, but we can see if we pull these hoses back. Go up here. Right there you can see the speed sensor. Right there. We're going to take that out, and if you follow it back to the bracket, follow the line, you can see where the connector is. Connector's right there. There's a bolt right on top of it. Let's see. Feels like a 10mm bolt. So I'm able to get the socket on there. 10mm socket. Got the ratchet right here with an extension. Oops. Just gonna try to grab the bolt. Alright. Got the bolt out. Grab the sensor. Give it a wiggle back and forth. And it slides right out. There we go. There it is. See that gray connector right there? I was able to slide it to the side, and that made it. There it is right there. Now I just gotta disconnect it. There we go. That actually was a little easier than I thought. There we go. This is the old sensor. And You can tell with the wire, it seems like the wire's a little brittle over time. It's older, it's a little stiffer over here. So it seemed like it was leaking. Let's put the new sensor in. Looks the same as the one that came out. This doesn't have any markings on it. Oh, it almost looks like it's got a crack in it. Huh. But this is the new one. These are pretty common. I've had Volkswagens in the past where these have actually left me stranded on the side of the highway. So it's a good idea to replace it. I just put a little dielectric grease on the O-ring. I'll slide it in the same way it came out. Alright, that's locked in place, I believe. Yep, that looks good. Alright, I got the bolt started. And just snug that down. That's good. Are you sure you want to clear the codes? Hit yes. Clearing fault codes, no engine light. Alright, so we're going to drive it for a couple days, check it out, make sure that code doesn't come back. But I'm pretty confident that we fixed our problem. I really like this scan tool. It's easy to use, pretty straightforward. If you're interested in the tool, check out the link in the description.